count out Casey Drake in that 87. He's right.
One more lap to go here at Indy. He ran him all the way from 3 seconds back. 2 laps to go. Oh, round 2 gets done. Oh, Matthew gets the apron around the Strexler. He spins right from the back. Huge wreck. The 2 flies up in the air. It's 3 wide. Oh, what a move by Derek. He wants to go.
Tries to send him up the hill, but can't quite do it.
Now between the 2 is 2 car lengths. Too little, too late for Derek and Smith. Oh, clapping gets third. Clapping gets third. Oh my gosh. Side by side. 3 wide at the wire.
Thank you all for coming out here tonight for round number 5 of the Gold Tour, or Gold Series, or Gold Cup Series. This is not Cup Series. This is the Xfinity car. Regardless, thank you all for coming out here for tonight. It should be a fun race as we get ourselves set up here for this 150 lap event. Thank you all for coming out here for the ACOG iRacing Series. Should be a fun one. Not as many drivers showing up here for tonight, so hopefully we'll get some solid green runs in here to cap off this short track week for 150 laps of racing. We'll go ahead and pull up points and go ahead and see on where everybody sits as right now. Parker White is not present, so Parker in that 95 will probably fall back into points, and Justin Johnson will go ahead and probably capitalize on that. Pull himself ahead of Parker White. Brody Gardner, Ryan Kwan, Sertaj Mon, Harry Grindle, Hunter Johnson, Kenneth Bueno round out the top 8. Basin and Jason Nelson round out the top 10. Everybody from 11th on down, out of the points, out of the top 10 in points. I think top 10 make chase, so I think that's how it goes. I'm not really sure. I gotta make sure of that, but yeah, we're here at Bristol, but we don't have a fair amount of people showing up here for tonight, so hopefully we'll get some good runs in. But we are still getting more people joining in as this progresses on forth. So regardless, I mean, it's Bristol. You're gonna have some, you know, hectic racing throughout this whole entire racetrack. I'm excited to see on how this is all gonna go. Brody Garner in the 55, currently on top of the board. As of right now, Basin in second, Williams, Miller, Amon, all inside that top 5. So, who will come out and survive here after 150 laps? I'm not really sure. But one thing's for sure, we're definitely going to have some action on the racetrack. Just because, I mean, there's not a lot of drivers here for tonight, doesn't mean we're not going to have a, a good race being shown out. But we still will have the carnage regardless out on the racetrack. Yeah, otherwise than that, nothing too much to really mention off of that, but I'm excited to get this thing going. Curious to see on who's gonna take advantage of these driver situations to get themselves into that checkered flag by the end of this race. So 150 laps, a fair amount of laps to wind yourselves down here at Bristol, but hopefully everybody can survive at the end of it. Until next time, we'll go ahead and scoot ourselves into the next session. Rise out, remove your hats as we salute our nation's colors. And we are back here live, ACOG iRacing Gold Series. We'll go ahead and take the green flag here for tonight. I'm very, very excited seeing how all this will turn out as we get ourselves set here for 150 laps of racing at the American Coliseum here for tonight. Qualifying currently up and away. Drivers taking the fastest 2 laps around this small bull ring of an oval. We've just about, I think we're still getting more people flying around the track for right now. There's Cole Williams in the 43, Sir Tajman in the 49 is working himself off the corner. Gonna qualify himself in 5th for the moment. Basin there, who's on pole. Williams spins on his Q lap. Bring it down to a halt. I think Frimpong is out on the racetrack. There he is in the 53. Just came around, gonna drift out on pit road. There's Basin in the 11. So at least a third of the field is gonna log in some Q laps as Basin. Still having a field day. Just getting himself warmed up, even though there is a warm-up already. Zach Amon is not in the, not in the server right now. So, Justin Johnson connects on in the 8. One of our, points contenders. Basin, I think it was him versus Parker White last time we were here at this racetrack, and I'm excited to see on how Basin's going to perform in that number 11 and get himself set up here for this 150 lapper. Again, that number may look threatening, but laps are going to snap by quickly around the Bristol Motor Speedway, so in terms of who's gonna work themselves and survive here for tonight, we'll just have to see on who's gonna be that person. Miller on the racetrack, pulling himself 4th. That 19, Miller with 55 seconds left can easily log in those 2 laps. So curious where this 19 is gonna fare himself out as pull himself off of 4 and start finish line. Cool thing about Bristol is it's kind of multi-groove, but it's currently not without the dynamic track really making something off of it. Miller's in the outside wall though. Gonna have to rely on his 2nd lap, which is this lap, to make something of it. So, and that bottom side, it can be really strong, especially with fresh tires, as he will work himself across and pull himself into 3rd. So. Nice qualifying effort by this number 19. And we'll see if he could hold it there for the time being. We'll scoot ourselves into this grid. I mean, even though you just saw it there on the left side, you know where these people are going to be by the end of, by the beginning of this race. 19 drivers in total here for tonight. So, very, very excited to get this thing rolling, especially at Bristol. Bristol's always a fun place, but in terms of wrecks and stuff, hopefully we don't have too many here for tonight. But now just joining us, Maxspeedtv broadcasts the ACOG iRacing Gold National Series Xfinity Cars for 150 laps of racing. If you are interested in joining ACOG, there's a pinned link if you want to go ahead and scoot yourselves on in and maybe log some laps here in the ACOG series. And it looks like Miller is going to go ahead and advance it to the next session. And we'll pull ourselves in here for race time at the Bristol Motor Speedway. Congratulations to Dylan Basin in that number 11. He's going to be starting up top. Right alongside of him, it's going to be William Schmidt. Nice qualifying effort by that number 79. Nick Miller in the 19, going to be in 3rd spot. Justin Adiconis is going to be in 4th. Jackson Menchu is going to be in the 051, going to be starting in 5th spot. Sertaj Mahon in the 49, going to be in 6th. Garrett has Hunter up, going to round out this 4th row. Nice qualifying effort by both of those. Lucas Simonson and as well as Cole Williams in the 43 are going to round out the top 10. Rest of the order is going to be shown on our screen. Find your favorite driver. And hopefully they'll pull themselves into winning position here for tonight. We've had a lot of first lap wrecks, honestly, for the past few weeks. So hopefully we'll get a solid a fair amount of laps to open up this league. I mean, open up this series at this racetrack. Pace car works itself out. And Dylan Basin, who's been fairly dominant throughout the whole entire season. Just Zach Amon is currently not here, so that'll mean 18 drivers will take the green. Justin Johnson in the 8, I think Johnson currently not gridded up, so Justin Johnson is most likely going to pit start. Log herself across the line. 1 lap to go. And here's your point standings if y'all haven't seen. Parker White, Justin Johnson. Justin, he's not here as of right now, so definitely going to be interesting as Basin's going to pick the high side here for the opening laps of the race. He'll work himself into the front straightaway, and we'll kick this thing off to the races. Green flag here at Bristol. Let's go racing.
Alright, man.
Well, got a wreck in the back. Around goes. Looks like some car went around. Logan Lax in the 25 is kind of slow. I guess he lacks speed, but whatever. Cole Williams was actually the car got turned around. Logan kind of plowed into that. Luckily, I think the damage was kind of fine on that, but Cole, boy, he just came down on the 08 of Lucas Simonson. Wasn't clear into the corner, and Cole just went around. Again with a weird kind of contact. Kind of wild looking, but I mean, I really don't know how to call that. That was the weirdest looking piece of contact. But, I mean, I don't know if you could say, like, Simon, kind of like an odd racing deal there, because, Simon was down low, you know, he got into the wall, trying to keep himself down low. Cole tried to turn down, thought he was there. Wasn't there. I mean, he was there, but he thought he wasn't there. on in. Cole will go ahead and probably slap on 4 tires. Everybody's still on lead lap after that incident. Unfortunately for Cole, I mean, he was one of the faster drivers, so I was looking forward to. And he's already involved in the first incident of the night. Cole's all the way back now in, you know, I think 16th or 17th spot. Brody Garner decides to fling it back on in. I think we're going to take the one to go next time by, so... Brody, there's a long pit road around here, since it wraps around both ways. You need, yeah, Brody's already in, just coming off the corner, and, I mean, coming off of 4 right now, and here's these leaders in 2, so not really sure why Brody decided to hit pit road. Regardless, though, go ahead and take the green flag this time by. Number 11 of Dylan Basin. Been fast in and out all day, every day. No surprise to see that 11 lead this thing to the point. Pace car scoots itself left.
Green
Basin
flag,
hits the
green flag.
go back to the way, and Schmidt does not get going, nor does Dejani. Oh, got another wreck
All right,
in the
man.
back.
Caution is out. Caution is out.
And yet again, Cole Williams goes around. What? Oh, jeez. I'm not really sure what really Brody was doing there. I mean, Brody, Brody got chopped by Cole. I mean, Cole came down on Brody. I mean, Brody was all the way on the apron. You could make the argument that Cole chopped him, but Brody really shoved the issue with that one. What are they doing back there? Miller's on in, slap on 4 tires, and it looks like a fuel only by Miller. So he's gonna beat out Brody Gardner. There's Cole. So Justin Johnson now back on track. Justin currently 8 laps down. Luckily, he's the only person laps down, so... Because he's the only person who's laps down at the moment, he's in lucky dog position, so Zach Alman is not connected to the session, unfortunately. So. Here we go again. Pace car will scoot itself on in. And we'll hand it off to the races here.
Green flag, green flag.
Basin will lead the charge into the corner. Oh, and Logan Lack just went around in the back. They're scrambling all over the place as Frimpong gets sideways. 25 is trying to get it going. There he is, but I think that's going to trigger caution. No, it looks like he just keeps it to the apron. Not really sure what happened there, but Logan went around in turn number 2. For the lead, though, Ataconis. Well, he's putting up a fight with Dylan Basin. Dylan's first challenge of the night. Gonna come on the high side. Don't try to roll that low side as... Oh, big wreck in the back. That's Dejani. That's the 08 of Lucas Simonson. Second wreck that Simonson's been involved in. Oh, and the 4 Dejani just came back on the racetrack. I don't know if he was... Oh, it looks like he was turned. Ooh. Not really sure if Dejani was just trying to back off of that, but... Took him out. $25 of Lax is out. Oh, and Klein just went around. What is happening? Garner on pit road, just getting all that damage repair, or getting that right front repaired. I don't know why he made contact with Klein. Committed on pit road. I'm not really sure what 55 Garner was doing. Sorta, kinda picking up where we left off from New Hampshire. Lots of cautions dotting for these first 20 laps, but... Doubled him up again. Ataconis was putting up a good fight with Basin. I don't think Ataconis is going to lead this thing to the green, though. Basin has the low side, but Ataconis did lead the lap at the line, so I'm assuming Ataconis has the lead.
Green, green, green.
Green flag. Go up and away yet again as everybody gets themselves sorted into the corner. $61, a Hunter up. Gonna drive it down low, and he's gonna try to take a spot from Schmidt. So right now, kind of stalemating at the moment as Yurt gets a run off a corner. This is where Menchu and it's like the number 12 of Garrett Hess gets himself in the 7th spot. Ataconis is in the lead. Basin currently residing in 2nd spot. You got Schmidt in 3rd. Rupp's in 4th. And Yerk in the 5th spot. The 6th spot, excuse me. Everybody riding at bottom line. I'm very surprised nobody's being ambitious to that second lane. Usually you see that second lane really kick in, but as of right now, it's not really working as Hunter up in the 61 disconnects. Probably hit the wall, hit off Alt F4. On the midst of all that, Sertage Mon in the 49, kind of holding Max. The 6 of Yurik. See Hess getting to the wall there for the moment, but got a battle for the lead. Here comes Basin down low. Ataconis could only hold it out so much. Basin makes contact with Ataconis. Goodness gracious. High speed, short track racing, and Ataconis in the 318, Basin in the 11. These two are going to have a field day as you see Schmidt there in the 79 also kind of lurking in the background. If these two make a mistake, he could definitely capitalize on that.
Alright, man.
Oh, and around goes the 12 of Hess. Looks like doesn't hit anybody except kisses the inside wall, but Hess goes around. Looks like he did hit the inside. Whoa. Wow. That could have been 10 times worse. Get a slow-mo replay here. What happened to this number 12 and just got a bit high and yeah, there's a wall there. I mean, yeah, unfortunate for Hess, but got too tight. That right front started to grind and that 12 unfortunately into the inside wall here very, very early. I wouldn't say very early. It's lap 32 out of 150, but kind of disappointing for that to happen as looks like we're going to have a fair amount of drivers going to hit pit road. That's a couple people staying out. That's Menshew and Justin Johnson as well as Lucas Simonson all staying out. Kind of a battle here as everybody just hugs the inside wall. You gotta utilize both pit roads around here. It's not like the old days in which you could only enter the front stretch pit road. You gotta enter both. You enter into turn number 2. You gotta swing around onto the front stretch. And that's how things go. Zach Almond does connect into the session. Sertage in and out. $14 cars all on the lead lap. Logan Lax in the 25, currently preparing that car still on pit road. He's currently 17 laps down, as well as the Ford Dejani currently 19 laps down. So I guess they're trying to get back on the racetrack and log as many laps in before engine expires again. But they have a lot of time. We're only 35 into this 150-mile race. I'm 150. It's not 150 miles, excuse me. this 150 lap race, there's still a fair amount of things that could happen. Hess is 1 lap down, as well as Lucas Simonson, as Lucas just about runs to the back of the gate. Here we go. Pace car is going to scoot itself on in, and we'll go ahead and lead it to the races as Jackson Menchu decided to stay himself out. Well, he's going to go ahead and lead this thing to the green.
Green flag.
And boy, he didn't get a good restart. 49 of Sertaj Mon going to look down under 3 wide as Basin takes it up high. They're still 3 wide around where Menchu is. Miller shoves himself to the high side. Caution comes out. This one toward the back again. Kind of a hectic restart, but not really sure what the cause of the caution was. Have to see on what happened. Looks like this one all got started into turn number 1. 84. Ooh, looks like 63. Zach Almond. I mean, back on the racetrack. I mean, he just washed up. 60 Urica, kind of no choice but to run over him. But Zach Almond, I mean, he's multiple laps down. I'm not really sure why kind of there. Shouldn't have triggered a caution, honestly. Zach was barely sideways. I mean, he saved the car, but unfortunately, caution comes out. 60 Uric? No, not the 60 Uric. The 12 of Garrett Hess will get the wave around. As the 6 of Uric is kind of... What in the world is that rear end doing? What happened? Uh-oh. Zach Almond. Oh, boy. Oh, no. What? What the heck? That's unfortunate for the 60 Yerk. I mean... I have no idea. Green flag.
Green, green, green.
Basin, Sertaj, and Schmidt are gonna work themselves into turn number 1. Hug the bottom line. Basin's gone. And that's a big advantage here around Bristol, is being the leader. Being the leader here at Bristol creates a huge jumping opportunity. As you see the 55 of Garner shove it down on in. Goodness gracious, Cole Williams just about gotten to Menchu as Cole gets sideways. It's Brody Garner in the 55 trying to make something work. Kind of jammed up behind Menchu. Menchu now trying to cut out Cole, but pinching him as hard as he can. I'm sure Cole's going to be bound to be frustrated as they just about make contact there. So... in the midst of all that, Basin's gone. 19 Miller kind of washed up the racetrack just a slight bit. Works himself back in line as 318 Ataconis has had a fair amount of nice runs so far. Miller going to try to swap to the bottom as Schmidt washes up. Opened the door there just for a bit, but I mean, Schmidt took a wider arc into that corner. He got to run on Sertaj that didn't have the opportunity to pass him. But 79 is Schmidt. He's having a nice run so far, and he's currently sitting in third. Oh man, the 19 of Miller, it stepped out on him. He washed up the racetrack. Ataconis kind of followed him up there, but they keep well for the time being. Schmidt trying to nose that Chevy under that Toyota Sertage Mon. It's just not working out. And since Schmidt made that move, it opened up the door for Miller to maybe have a run at him, but looks like Schmidt's going to take it back. Nice defense. Nice defensive maneuver there by Schmidt to work himself back into line and prevent from losing 5 spots there. Look how many people are lined up behind Schmidt, but Sertage in this 49 really causing a bottle up at the moment. As here comes Miller up on the high side. He wants to make that second line work. Has the run to make it happen, and they're going to go side by side for third spot. Sertage takes away Miller's line. Wasn't really a block there, but Sertage saw that 19 coming there up at the high side, decided to go ahead and work it upstairs. There's about 5 cars in this frame. Adds about 300 feet between all these guys as they work around this half-mile bull ring. Close quarters racing. QCR. Schmidt swaps lanes, opens up the door for Ataconis as Sertage and Miller. They're going to try to battle here for second. These two have a bit of a history. As Sertage gets kind of loose, going to jam up Miller here in the 19 as here comes Schmidt to the bottom. Lucas Simonson gonna get in the way. They're trying to... Oh, there they go. As Miller, it looks like Simonson...
All right, man. Caution is out. Caution is out.
was in a 3-wide scenario. Kind of really nothing Miller could have done. He was just kind of a squeeze there around the lap car of Simonson, but I'm not really sure what Sertage was doing. He doored the... He just right hooked it. I don't know if he got loose, but you see the car. I mean, it veered right. And he got into the 08 of... 08 of Simonson, and Miller and Schmidt, unfortunately... Justin Johnson now on the lead lap. Logan Lack's back on the racetrack. So Johnson's gonna go ahead and lead this thing to the green. Lucas, it's only 2 laps down. Miller back on in, probably getting the rest of his damage repaired. We're topping off on fuel. Still 13 cars on the lead lap. 60 laps into this 150-mile race. I keep saying 150 miles. It's
Green flag, green flag.
definitely not 150 miles. Green flag is out. Sertage didn't get UL'd off of that. He would have gotten UL. Brody. Oh, he just put him in the wall. Brody has to come up on Ataconis. Or they're 3 wide as Brody's kind of in the middle. Or he's probably going to be frustrated after that contact being put in the outside wall. And now he's under fire from the 49. I mean, that 49's under fire by the 43. Ataconis in the 318 also there. He's going to sweep up high. Try to take Cole Williams to 4th spot. Cole doors him into the 3rd corner. But bro, man, that Ataconis machine's coming, and Menchu up the racetrack. Looks like he had contact there with a 55, and Menchu's going to lose a fair amount of ground. Now Bachman's down low. Here comes Ataconis. Ataconis, you see Brody there. Brody whips on by on the high side. I mean, Basin's checked out. He's a second away from all these guys yet again. Sertage still giving that 318 of Ataconis a headache. As Brody's going to take it 3 now. Ataconis, smart decision to back off of that. Sertage maintains that spot for the time being. Brody at the moment just trying to do whatever he can to capitalize on Ataconis. He wants to get back to that number 49. Contact in! Ataconis into the outside wall. And here comes Brody. Uh-oh. Brody's... Oh, look at Ataconis. Oh, he's coming back up Brody. Boy, these people are like cocking back their fists and ready to throw it down. They put each other in the wall, and we about to see some hands thrown. Sertage put Brody in the wall, but Brody put Ataconis in the wall. And all these people are 2nd, 3rd, and 4th. Do you want to fight? Or do you want to keep yourself cool? Stay yourself in out of harm's way? I'm not really sure. Coming up on the halfway point this time by. Lap 75 is halfway as Brody Garner is, oh, we got a big, oh, here comes Garner. Here we go. Ding, ding, ding. Here comes the bell. Garner to the inside. Oh boy, what kind of shenanigans are we gonna see here? Man, I cannot believe Brody raced him cleanly. Brody washes the car up and he just gets the run off the corner. Ataconis has been stuck behind this 49 of Sertage for a fair while. He's starting to get impatient. And we got basically follow the train as Basin is 2 seconds away from all these guys. Basin's checked out. Ataconis rolling that bottom. Garner takes away Sertage's line. Oh, these top 2 now 2nd, 3rd pull themselves away. Cole Williams in the 43 gonna follow in pursuit, or at least try to. Oh, you see the tailpipes flare on that 318. Garrett Hess. Oh, they go. Ooh, 3 wide action. Schmidt peeks at the bottom of Cole Williams. Gonna back off of that. Matthew Klein also goes 1 lap down. Ataconis washes up. Not Schmidt, but Williams. Gonna nose it down under. Williams, not clear just yet. He's just trying to shove that car to the inside and finally clears Ataconis. And now the 2 teammates are going to meet up with each other here in 6th and 7th spot. This is Menchu and Ataconis. Battle for second, gonna heat up as 25 of Logan Lax moves himself to the apron and out of harm's way. These two have been fighting for a fair amount. See kind of a fight back here with David Bachman and Mark Frimpong. They're going at it. Menchu kind of jamming back Ataconis. Ataconis has been falling back. I mean, oh, you see the machine just slip up yet again. Miller in this 19 also going to take a bite at Ataconis. He's now going down low. There's a lot of damage on his machine, unfortunately. Justin Johnson crosses over Menchu. He goes to the inside, and these two are going to have a fight. But man, Basin, I mean, he's 4 seconds gone. He's gone. Basin is checked out. And down another lap goes the 16 of Klein. Basin's checked. He's gone. No surprise to see that. I mean, 11 tear the field apart. Just growing his lead. Garner, 55. That car steps out. Here comes Sertage. Cole and Schmidt are also on this battle as well. S on the apron, just getting himself out of harm's way. Get as much points as he can. Justin Johnson in the 8. Gonna be under fire from the 19 of Miller here in a moment. Miller now gonna peek up high, utilize that second lane. Well, the cool thing about this racetrack, I mean, the higher up you are, the more momentum you'll carry off the corner. And there's a bit of a Goldilocks zone, I guess you could call it, around that middle of the racetrack. I'd say a lane or two under where it really darkens that groove. They're gonna fight here for this spot. A Sertage way up the racetrack. Boy, he's just let 43 and 79 by. Miller works himself into 6th spot. Sertage and Miller are bound to meet up. Logan Lax out of the way of the 11. Garner up the racetrack again. Here comes Cole Williams to also sneak himself on there. just about making contact. Schmidt might be the fastest of these 3 drivers. They're having a... Oh, Garner gets tight. Here comes Cole down low. Gonna approach the 12 of Hess. Schmidt. And 79 trying to make something off of it. Not really working out to his advantage though. Approaching the 318 of Ataconis. He's gonna go 1 lap down, unfortunately. Was running inside that top 5 prior. But, I mean, that car is really, it's faded. Now he goes 1 lap down. David Bachman also 1 lap down. Now left with 10 cars, no, excuse me, 9 cars on the lead lap. 43 Williams gonna shove it down on low. See David Bachman ahead of these guys. He's gonna be down low and get out of harm's way of these guys right behind him. Brody utilizes that high side as Williams wants the low side. That's kind of a frustrating thing for these lap cars. Typically, you'll see lap cars right up on the high side if it's like a normal oval, but that high side could be really beneficial. As you see, Gardner, perfect example of that, get a huge run through the corner. Gardner's now looking here for the 3rd spot in just a moment, so, or 2nd spot, excuse me, but that high side is really advantageous, so you typically don't see a bunch of lap cars there up against the safer barrier. Their tonnage is really falling off of these top 4. Schmidt is slowly lurking in with a run. Basin, not too much so far. I see Logan Lax 25 kind of in the way. Garner gets cut off by the 43. Crossover gets made. And we're having a fair green flag run, so why not we go ahead and sit it back? It's been a while since I've done a crank it up, but we might as well do one. This is Maxspeedtv, y'all. Go ahead and turn up those speakers. We're gonna crank it up for y'all. Battle in front of your screen. This is the 55-79. This is for a top 3 right now. Basin is checked out. He is 5.7 seconds away from these guys right behind. He is murdering the field at the moment. '84 Bachman works around Miller. I think Bachman decided to come on in, take on tires. Frimpong also in the mix as well. I mean, he's currently sitting in 7th. Justin Johnson, last car lead lap. There's a Basin. That's like literally the last guy you want to see in your mirror, but we've been green for a fair amount. 65 laps green so far. If we were to have see the 8 of Justin kind of cut the 11 out, trying to keep and maintain that lead lap spot, but you could only do so much as Basin is just on rails at the moment. He's gone as Justin tries to cross him over. '84 Bachman decided to come on in. 051 of Jackson Menshew is on pit road. A fair amount of drivers hitting pit road. Hess hit pit road under this run, and honestly, very surprised to see some green flag pit stops, but I think that's just because there's cars getting lapped. Maybe just want to start on some fresh rubber and get themselves in a nice scenario. Pull themselves all the way to the end as Ataconis works around 43 of Cole Williams. 25 of Logan Lax also in there as well. He's going to probably work around this 43. But man, it's been an absolute murder. This 11 of Basin, he's 5.6 seconds away from Cole Williams. And Basin's about to put the 53 of Frimpong 1 lap down. Miller in the outside wall. See the 12 of Hess work himself down and away, but probably, honestly, I'm not gonna lie, I might have jinxed it when I go ahead. And when I say this, I expected a fair amount of cautions, but I mean, here tonight, only 6 cautions at a Bristol race, 150 laps. I mean, 27 caution laps in a 150 lap race. Heck no, I would have expected that. I'd expect, half the field be gone by now, but needless to say, we only have 7 cars on the lead lap, but still a fair amount of drivers here. So Miller probably gonna get put a lap down. Sertage also here as well. I mean, not Sertage, but Frimpong trying to keep his lead lap. That's Jackson Menshew, who works around Frimpong. Menshew's on fresh tires, so he pulls himself now 2 laps down. Menshew easily by the 19, and that just tells you, I mean, the difference between new tires and old tires. But Basin's gone. Bro had no competition from the start. No offense to this field, but he is on rails right now. He is just on pinpoint driving at the moment. He's getting harassed by these cars on fresher rubber at the moment. Frimpong goes 1 lap down. The 318 Ataconis trying to work around Miller. Miller still on the lead lap. 12 of Garrett Hess actually blew a tire off of that exchange. 12 laps to go this time for Basin. He's basically been the only talk. He's setting a record pace right now and looking to walk away here a winner. Led 120 laps so far. Looking to close this thing out in the checkered flag spot. Miller trying to fight for that lead lap spot. Gonna cut off Basin here for a moment. Cole Williams hasn't led any. He's been in second spot. Brody Gardner now sitting in third, and Schmidt's been harassing this 55 for a fair amount of time. Both of these drivers yet to lead laps. Sertage in the 49 started himself in 6th, and speaking of 6th, there's Miller. None of those drivers we scrolled through except for Basin has led laps. Basin puts Miller down. You see Frimpong here is also 1 lap down. Justin Johnson not being displayed. Ataconis, who stayed out under that caution, as well as Menchu, are the other drivers who's basically only led so far. But regardless, I mean, it's just been Dylan Basin. You might as well call this the Dylan Basin 150. Because bro is on an absolute tear right now. And it's 4 seconds all the way back to Cole Williams. Don't be surprised, though, if we do get a late race yellow. If we do, oh boy. Oh boy. But I'm pretty sure everybody's just trying to get this race up and over with. Four laps to go for Basin. Not much to be said, but this fight for third has been ongoing for the past 50 laps between Gardner and Schmidt. That's basically the only thing we could talk about, as Basin works around. 2 laps to go this time by for this number 11. And if the 55 and 79 collide, what will that mean for Basin where he is on the racetrack? I'm pretty sure, as Basin now will work himself around and see this white flag. 1 lap to go for that number 11. He's led the majority of the race. Will work himself off of turn number 4. The Dylan Basin 150 will be won by the man himself. Basin takes the checkered flag. He wins it here at Bristol. The fight for third is going to come down to the wire. Schmidt's going to fling it in one more time. Can't get the pass done. Gardner's going to survive for third. Cole Williams will be in second spot. And honestly, one of the cleanest Bristol races I have ever seen in my iRacing career has now come to a conclusion, as the number 11 of Dylan Basin will take this checkered flag. Basin wins it. Williams in second, Garner third, Schmidt and Sertage round out this top 5. Got Miller, Frimpong, Johnson, Ataconis, Menchu. Top 10. Bachman, Hess, Klein, Lax, Simonson, Rupp, Dejani, Urich, and Zach Alman round out the rest of the order. Show's not over yet. Go ahead and scoot ourselves to the side and get the top 3 into the booth and see what they have to say here after 150 laps of racing. Welcome back here live at the iRacing Gold National Series. We'll go ahead and pull ourselves into the top 3 for interviews, and man, what a fine race here at the Bristol Motor Speedway. Honestly, a bit of a contrast to what Bristol is kind of known for, is all the beating and banging and stuff like that. But here tonight, I mean, we've only had didn't have a lot of cautions here for tonight, which I kind of find that surprising. But we'll go ahead and drag into the booth and this whole entire top 3 and see what they have to say here about tonight. And into the booth first, gonna go in at number 11 of Dylan Basin. And we'll have to see what he has to say here after tonight. After leading 131 out of 150 laps here, it was a murder for that number 11. Bro slaughtered the field. He left nothing but crumbs. Basin, congratulations, man, for your Xfinity win here tonight. You led 131. Boy, there was nothing disappointing coming from you. And that number 11 totally murdered the field here tonight.
Yeah, thank you, man. It was an interesting race. I'm glad we finally had a race where stuff was taken into moderation and we got green flag runs. You know, the only issue I had was lap traffic. Sometimes they go on the apron and come back up and nearly kill me, but we avoided that, and I got redemption for last season.
Yep, that's right. You come out here victorious. I mean, it was honestly a fairly clean race compared to what we've seen like in the past. That whole entire final run, I mean, about 75 laps green. Goodness gracious, that's honestly uncharacteristic in terms of ACOG. But I mean, definitely a good change there to pull ourselves to this checkered flag.
Yeah, man. I don't know the last time I had that much enjoyment in a ACOG race, but you know, I'm kind of glad we get to see how it is when we get a green flag run. Maybe people will realize it's actually kind of cool, and they want to stay green. You know, I feel like ever since I got these shipment monitors, I've been doing way better, and then I'd like to thank my dad for supplying me with all this stuff. The computer, the monitors, it's been a big game changer for me, and I think it's shown tonight.
Yep, that's right. You led 131 out of the scheduled 150 here for tonight. Congratulations, man. But before we let you go, any sponsors you want to thank you for tonight?
Just NFR and SRD setups and my dad and my family for helping me out and watching the races.
All right, but 10-4, Dylan Basin, the 11, rounds himself out here of Bristol. But we'll go ahead and see you come to the next race, man.
Yep, thank you. Thank you for everything.
Not worse after.
Oh boy, I just dragged myself hit. Oh, but yeah, nothing happened. We'll go ahead and drag in the 43, Cole Williams, into the booth and see what he has to say here after tonight in the number 43, Cole Williams. Didn't lead any laps though, but you round yourself here second for tonight. Cole, got a fair amount of damage, gotten a few wrecks, but regardless, survived here for second place, and especially with that long green flag run at the end, you worked yourself through the field from the back all the way to second.
Yeah, I was just kind of experienced, just like the last few races here, just having fun and enjoying short runs with all my buddies. It's got to be, you got to figure some serious stuff out. I don't know why. Mark's been trying to help you out for a while, and then he DM'd him about a year and a half late to get help. So I don't know, you gotta figure some stuff out, man. It's been pretty wild. We've just been popping out. I don't even really mean to run this like all the time, but like I'm just like home and I'm like, everyone's doing this, so like, okay, we'll race ACOG and then do Bore, you know what I mean? So it's like I've just been kind of here, and it's just been, you know, this carryover from when you changed it to ACOG. Just everyone runs over each other and has fun and bickers over the chat, and people just get 1 out of 3s and 2 out of 3s and go have fun and tear up some race cars. So I mean, Brody, we're just having some fun and made some contact. Got a little bit rowdy, just, you know, messing around, too serious. I don't know what happened at the start, like we were talking about earlier. Also, there's just random NPCs. Like Logan Lax is 3 or 4 tenths off the pace on fresh tires. Like, I don't really know how these people like get in here. There's this 400 ironing guy that like plows the wall down on lap 2 and then went down into 1 and just dumped me and almost dumped Brody too. Like, I don't know like how they get in here, but like I guess they're just need more car count. But car count doesn't really matter. If it was just the people like, in here, like we could all probably, if we all just like, all right, let's just take it seriously and let's just race hard, and we could probably have some good racing. But then you throw in just a few of the NPCs and it just gets hard to race, especially if you like start at the back and try to have fun working your way through the front and save your tires. Just you get ran into, you get ran over. So I don't know, but you gotta figure some stuff out, man, because that was I mean, they looked a little bit better on paper because it was kind of more taken seriously, I guess, a little bit on the long run. But I just kind of rolled the bottom. I had it figured out pretty well. I know Dylan's the master at rolling the bottom at Bristol, and I mean, everyone besides him had damage, so we just were out there. I was just kind of saving tires. I wasn't really thinking too heavily about it throughout that whole long run. I was just rolling bottom, and I was like, oh, I'm making up a little bit of time. And I started running the top. It's a little faster, but you'll kill your tires in 10 laps if you run it too much. So I was like alternating and brought it down to about 4 seconds. I know we had some lap traffic too, but it's hard to navigate some of that lap traffic because they're running different lanes and stuff too. So I don't know, man, but it was kind of just mindlessly driving that whole time.
Okay, about 10 for Cole Williams round himself out second, excuse me. But before I let you go, I just want to thank you for tonight.
Just shout out to all the boys back Fugaziville, you already know. We'll see you probably in the interview room if I don't get taken out on lap 2 in the trucks. I don't know, it's probably Phoenix or something. So I'll have a good time, have a ball next week.
All right, about 10 for us. Cole Williams in the second spot. We'll move all the way to third of Brody Gardner in that number 55, who was having, I wouldn't say really his hands full, just kind of holding William Schmidt at bay that whole entire final run. Brody, congratulations on third.
Thank you. Yeah, that last run was pretty tough. The tires were destroyed. The car was destroyed. But yeah, it was fun getting a long run in.
Yeah, and you were battling there with Schmidt by the end of that whole entire run, just holding him at bay for that whole, final 75, 80 laps for all the way to checkered flag. Of course, with all that damage and stuff like that, car was definitely hindered, no doubt. You got involved in a few wrecks, unfortunately, but you get yourself a third place here for tonight.
Yeah, we got involved in a lap 1 crash. That was, I don't know what to say about that, but that was just very interesting driving. And then I hit someone coming off of pit road. That was bad on my part. But yeah, that kind of killed my car. It was pretty fine. It was only like minor left side and rear damage, and then I did that and I had no turn. So we made the best out of the car tonight. And the track was honestly really interesting all night too. It started like in practice in first 20-30 laps. Like it was bottom only, like you could not go to the top. Like you just fed the bottom and you could get past like old Bristol, but then after lap 30 rubber started building up on the outside and you could actually like go out there and make some time and go fast. So the way the track rubbered in was honestly really interesting, and I haven't seen that from the game in a long time, so it was cool to see that.
Yeah, definitely. That played a definite factor into how the car drove. I was definitely a difference maker here for tonight, and it rounded yourself out here third after starting yourself all the way in 11th. So congratulations on your finish here for tonight. But before I let you go, I just want to thank.
I'd like to thank the team, Kevin King, Lana Mills Designs, and happy birthday and good win to Dylan Basin.
All right, about 10-4, Brody Gardner in the number 55 rounds himself out third. We'll go ahead and see you coming next race.
Thank you.
All right, and that will be it in terms of on-track action. Until next time, thank you all for tuning in here live on Maxspeedtv. We will go ahead and see you coming to the next race. This time we'll be running only 3 series. We'll go ahead and talk about the Cup series probably on 4th, but regardless, thank you all for tuning in here for tonight. My name is Ezekiel Reyes, and until next time, Bristol Motor Speedway rounds itself out as Dylan Basin the winner, and we'll go ahead and see you coming Wednesday night.